Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Jacob Eason and the Indianapolis Colts.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 6.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 18 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
On the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Fielded at the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. They'll be led out by the man from the University of Washington. This is Jacob Eason.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Eason on 2nd down. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end.
Eason's pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On the play. And the Colts 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 47.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight. On 1st down, Jacob Eason.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He dumps this off to Mack. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
A gain of 9 yards.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Seattle Seahawks.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Kari Willis there to bring him down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 8.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up
nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Mack. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard.
He'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
From the gun on third down. Eason, he'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Down at his own 7-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and...
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
With the handoff to Chris Carson.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, it's Carson, and he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Carson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They run it with Carson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down.
A gain of 14.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun is Eason. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. The toss here completed to Pittman. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. 11 yards there, first down. On first down, Mack.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Eason. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second down, here's Eason. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
3rd down and goal.
Eason sets to throw it. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 7 yards the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
This is Carson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and they end up making the play.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson steps away to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Carson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Dan Arnold, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time, a 9-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. They'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Ball and no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And it's 3rd coming up in a couple of minutes. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw on 3rd down, Eason. The open man is Westbrook. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson forced out to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 22-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
incomplete in the end zone.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
10, Colts 7.
So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. 24-10 was your final. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head down to Chicago to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 30-27 was the final. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
What did they call that on?
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
2nd and 8 at the 20.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason fighting Hilton on the slant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Eason to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason, and that is incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
Now from the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
We call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Colts coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They go play action with Eason. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. And the Seahawks have recovered.
A fumble on the play.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
47 is the mic.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Eno Benjamin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brought down
from the 2 now. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Yeah, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Trent Murphy.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
First and 10, Issa going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I'll give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Second and 10. At the
taken in by the tight end Doyle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Eason on 2nd down. And incomplete.
Eason's pass.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
From the gun is Eason. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37.
37-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
Seahawks 17. Colts 10.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And that is incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He dumps this off to Mack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete to Marlon Mack. 8 yards on the
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Taken down by Bobby Wagner. 2 yards on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Eason. He completes this one to Mack. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And he's got this down to the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Eason. They'll run the screen with Mack. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That's good.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find his running back, Eno Benjamin.
Wilson's pass.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
Sets up the 4th down.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
He'll get this one to Pittman.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got Jack Doyle. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
It's a game.
His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason over the middle, complete. It's Mack. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Number 13.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down.
Now Eason. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Jacob Eason sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Eason. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Throwing is Eason. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free.
And the Seahawks have recovered.
The pass. A fumble.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, Wilson out to the right. He gets it to Lockett.
incomplete.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Colts 16-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. On the draw, this is Penny. And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Hauschka's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
20. Colts 10.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Eason and the Colts down 20-10. A minute 54 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. On 1st down, Eason. This goes to Mack on the check down.
Eason's pass.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Here's Eason off the play fake. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Eason. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun. Eason. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the victory here for Seattle.
And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the playoffs